Alright, and take this down. Oh, where are you? Starting soon, screen goes. Alright, there we go. So, once again, it's doing the stupid stuff. So,
Stupid stuff.
yeah, hold on. It's like got my screens backwards. So, give me a second.
Ooh, what's that?
There we go.
Secret, everyone.
Okay. Now I just have
Wow.
to adjust these real quick. Oop.
Beep, beep.
Pardon me, guys. Welcome back. Jeez. Tushar is actually God, this is why I can't do it this way, I think. Let's see here. Nemo is right. Connell is actually
Right.
Connell. Let me move you down here. So this is what happens with this way. Dorspira goes over here. And Marlo is not anything.
Hello.
Ah, fuck.
I haven't done the voice in so long.
Jared. I know.
Alright. Marlo goes up here. And we're good there. Jeez.
Fuck it, we do it live.
We do it live.
Wayward ones.
Hey, guys,
Like
we
my
do it
computer's like, what are you doing right now? Crazy man.
Welcome back,
Like, give me
everyone.
your social security number.
It's been a few weeks.
Yeah.
We are alive, and we saw a lot of each other face to face for the
Did.
first time ever,
Did.
without screens. I mean, we had phones, but
Yeah,
Other
we were
than
Frankly, Frankly, I'm sick of you. All of
yeah,
you. I'm
it
sick
was
of all your
crazy.
faces.
Let me just
don't-
say to the viewers at home, because this may not be apparent, Tim is really fucking tall.
Holy shit, that dude's like a tree. There's a tree named after him.
This is
Really?
what we're gonna do. We're just gonna do it this way.
Country?
I named a tree after my grandfather.
Well, you need a tree named after you.
All right.
His name was also Red. It was a red maples.
Copy. I'm doing it slightly different, but anyways, here. There we go. Okay, so this will be fucking easier, hopefully. 30 more seconds. 30 more seconds. Okay, Tushar, you go up here Hey, by the
bottom.
way, I'm saying all this shit. Did you guys all level your characters up to 14 already?
Apparently, I did that
Fuck.
beforehand.
Hold
so-
on.
Because I
Dude.
put that in the chat like 2 weeks ago, and I'm sure there are people that missed that. So,
I'm
well,
thinking that you said it. You definitely said it at the end of the last time we had a session because I had already done it and I'm done. So there's no
Right.
way I would have waited any amount of time. So
right, yeah, I'm sure that's how it happened. All right, there we go, and we're good. Okay, so all of the nameplates are in, and we can continue on for tonight's session. So you guys previously on your path to the greater good, your goal, saving Katha, the Moonweaver, and all that goodness. You guys have made your way to an entrance on the top of the Sirius Mountains, fighting some of these extraterrestrial beings, and capturing one of the Ruidus orbs in your net. You then all hopped on a magic carpet and floated down a chimney stack, which you got like this massive aerial view of like a hollowed out mountain, and just an amazing dwarven city that is now fallen to just centuries of not being kept. I guess the visual would be, what is it in Lord of the Rings? Gimli's.
Moria?
Yeah, Moria.
more.
Yeah,
Mine's Moria.
kind of that feel for the visual. Your thief then tried to steal some things when you landed, and you guys then made your way to one of the churches where you found a riddle. You solved the riddle and were rewarded with an item from the vault, we'll say. While doing that, Connell was rifling through anything he could find to help you maneuver your way through this. And what he found was that there were five temples in this city, but one of them was bigger. And he through his luck and just relentless intelligence and investigation, figured that was the place to go to. You guys entered this building, finding and then you found a basement entrance which led to a stairway that led down to a couple levels, and then it led to this massive like highway of walkways and cylinder like stairways that went down and up. Actually, one thing that I didn't get to say was when you were down here, and as you start working down through like the first section of this, looking up from down here on the bottom of the city, it gives you a little bit of that vertigo, and it's wicked cool how this is all built into each other. It's just some really nice dwarven architecture. So you guys then spent the next 12 hours going down different sets of stairs, down, and down, before you came to this landing that the only way off of it was a bridge over something below. And that's where you guys decided to pop the mansion up, and you all hopped in, for a long rest before you continued on any further. So, I don't remember if anything was said before you went to bed, so I'm going to give you a little bit of, we're going to kick it up before you get your long rest. That way, if you want to game plan anything or such, go for it. Any questions before you start? Where we're at? Is that good? Okay. The floor is yours then.
Nemo is probably just gonna head to bed unless he's caught up with anybody, unless somebody stops him.
Nemo, before you leave,
He halted.
I've been meaning to ask you about something.
He'd ask with the boy.
Would you happen to like a small hard toffee? I have so many of them.
Alton, I'll be having one. I'll take a hard toffee from Alton.
They're very good. Not so good for your teeth.
But I only have 9. Let's just go to bed.
Anyone else? Anything before you head to bed? No? Okay.
Just some light reading, but, early to bed, early to rise. Such and such. You know how it goes.
What kind of smut does Alton read?
You want the kinky kind?
Whatever you're feeling in the moment.
Well, in the moment, it's mostly really obscure gravity tomes. Very invested in ancient Dwarven, which I apparently can read with no problems. And I'm just really learning a lot about culture and how it might apply to gravity in a mathematical sense. And I'm jerking it hard and dry. It's just there's a soft, wet smacking sound, but the wetness is mostly the sweat on the back of my hand.
Alton, you're monologuing again.
Oh, sorry.
You don't need to monologue every time you whack off. I understand. You do not need to narrate. We get the idea. Could you please just do it in a little separate area, at least 5 to 6 feet? All right, 5 to 6 feet.
Well, on that note, I'm gonna go meditate. Oh god.
Tushy, it's cute you call it that.
Does anyone want a Werther's? I mean, a hard toffee.
I think Anita's gonna get a bath.
I don't need anything else harder from you right now. I think we should all just... The air down here is very... Is it thin? Is it thin? Why is it... Is it thin down here? Why is it thin? It's damp. I don't know. It's like getting to my brain. It's got me all foggy. I definitely need a rest.
I might even say it's dank.
You'll fit in right down here.
Yeah, well, let's fucking get this over with. Let's hard long rest.
All right, get your hard long rest in. Level 14. You wake up in the morning, ready to get on with your day. Nemo, now that you've had a long rest, you just thinking about it in the morning as you're putting your armor and doing your morning rituals. You guys have been hiking for a while, and you've been under mountains before, and this is probably like deeper than you've ever been. Like almost, like when we take off an airplane, when you go down under, you can start to feel like the effects of the depth, and now that you're well rested, That's the first thing you notice this morning. Even though you're under the effects of the mansion, it is still placed here, and that happens.
Lads, we head down deeper now.
Is that where we think it is? As deeper we go down, the more likely we are to find this ship.
I've been led to believe, yes. I think.
I believe so. And at this point, it wouldn't. Where else would we go?
I guess the question I'm really asking is, how will we know where to go? You know, how will we know how far down to go? You know me, I'm very in tune with the earth, but being this deep has got me a little disoriented.
You know, that is a good point. We saw a pretty grandiose view of a city. A pretty large expanse that would be difficult to comb. Do we have a good sense of where we're really going?
All I can, lads, is this. My ancestors wouldn't have left something so powerful on the surface levels of the city. If there's one thing the dwarves do, and ironically enough, also pirates, is we bury our treasure.
See, now that makes sense. And I hate to really point out an awful racial stereotype, but I always did notice that connection.
Brightbeard. Being that we're looking for the ship, wouldn't the dwarves have like a special large room or something they're gonna put that in?
They would.
Shouldn't we look for something?
Hey, but it's not going to be on the surface level, lad.
Oh, no, of course not. I mean, wouldn't there be like a shaft or a way of, an access?
I don't need none of that draconic dirty talk now.
Did you hear Alden last night? Oh my god. This is
I
nothing.
hear Alden every night. Anyways, I strongly believe it, you know when you know her, and my knower knows it's down below. You know.
So
Nice.
Shouldn't we look for possible air movement of a shaft for transporting and then follow that down?
Yeah.
All
Wait.
the jokes aside, speaking from a point of int, I'm 100% with Tushar on this one. No matter what, no matter how deep they built this in some sort of dwarven secret dry dock, they would have still had some plan for jettisoning it to wherever it was intended to be flown.
Hey, lad, but that depends on what kind of ship this be. Does it fly up in the air? Does it dig deeper into the ground? Does it teleport to another dimension? I don't know.
Ooh, wait a minute. I didn't really consider that part. I thought we were going to physically fly.
I have no idea what lies below for us, lads. But I know it's below.
All right, well, I'm really caught up on that because that last point, it would just make more sense for it to teleport. That'd be easier from an arcane point of view rather than trying to transport all that mass. Imagine just trying to create an artificial life space on it. It's silly. Why didn't I think of that before?
I mean, you're the magic guy, right?
Well,
One of the magic guys.
when all you've got is gravity, then
Well,
everything's a heavy object floating towards a large mass.
Unless you make it a lighter object, and then it goes.
And then he floats. You're right. You've seen it go both ways.
I've heard it
I'm
both
sorry,
ways.
Tushar, you get a D6 of inspiration just for keeping the laugh through the campaign. All right.
I'll go whatever you lead, but I do believe it is below.
So,
But and currently, where you guys are, you got to the bottom, of the stairway, and there was one path into an opening that looked like it went into another series, but a large shaft. And I think that's kind of why you guys rested here, because you know.
Well, question B: do we go down the shaft or follow the path?
We go down the shaft in a single line, and whoever gets there first might not win, but break down the barrier for the others behind.
I mean, I
So, Spira, are you suggesting a race?
This is Connell speaking. I'm just not doing an Irish accent because it's an abomination. It's an abomination to my ears and your ears, and
No, I get it.
with Mike.
It doesn't matter.
I just said, but like I said it to Connell.
It doesn't matter, Ethan. It doesn't matter.
Wolves don't care.
Just do the accent, Ethan.
Guys, I have many talents in life.
Do it for the motherland, Ethan.
Ethan is one man who cannot do accents to another. Don't risk it.
Yeah,
don't.
no.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
And this you want me to derail the whole thing on my inability to do this. We're just gonna.
At worst, you sound racist. At best, we all laugh at you. Either way, it doesn't feel good. And I've
Either
felt
way, yeah, my ego's tanking hard, so we're.
All right, so. Yes.
Before we go, I guess it's breakfast time, correct?
Yep.
During breakfast time, Marlo will commune with nature ritualistically, and in a cave. This is limited to 300 feet, and I'm just trying to gain knowledge of up to 3 facts of Andy, your choice, about the surrounding terrain and bodies of water, prevalent plants, minerals, animals, or peoples, powerful celestials, phase fiends, elementals, or undead, influence from other planes of existence, and buildings.
Okay. So you get 3 of those.
Yep, 3 of your choice. They can be pretty vague, I think.
It's weird because this is like carved out, but still you do get the sense of wealth in minerals. Like, for your knowledge of dwarves, they're kind of greedy, like they like having the wealth, of the mountain. It's refreshing that they left you at least a stairway to sleep in that sense. 2 is I think it would be, what were the, all right, I'll go with a solid for 2. Planar. And this kind of something you've been tracking, but like the vines. You put that is extraterrestrial, extraplanar. That is something that is just confirmed again. And the West would be elemental. But knowing the one path that you have out of here, outside of going back up the stairway that you guys have descended, that's a different direction. So you have those three. There's
Thank you.
still wealth in the stone. There is an extra planar presence, and there is an elemental, but not in your path.
Cool. And you reminded me of something from that, and Marlo is kind of like, as she comes out of the ritual and communion with nature, she'll just briefly have this thought that just lingered in her meditation. I think Pumat Soul mentions there was like silkworms here, correct? Or something of value, correct? He was looking for stuff.
Yes, that's on ground, and
Okay.
a little bit north from you, like
Okay.
Pride. So the way I've kind of been describing it to you, Pride calls it like the north end of the Sirios Mountains. You guys are just south of that, like on the last
Got it.
peak before you descend down. And actually, elevation wise, you are below sea level by far now. So you kind of, when you have that thought, you naturally look down or across, and then you kind of correct yourself with your background and always knowing where you are.
The moment of kind of, what is it? Finding my sense of balance.
Yeah. And those are from silkworms. And he asked you if you came across any of them harvesting some of their silk, and he would pay a wealthy price for that. Healthy price for that, not wealthy. Right. Anything else before you guys step out of the mansion? And how long are you hanging out for?
Not long. I
Okay.
assume we'll get right to it.
Marching order then.
The usual. I'm in the middle with Dorspira near me.
Yes, and Connell is in.
Everyone else does something.
Connell's going up front.
Yes.
Okay. So we got Connell.
I'll be up front as well with my dwarven knowledge, trying to
Okay.
assist.
Marlo would be just behind Nemo.
Okay, then we got Alton, Dorspirit, Tushar. You taking up the rear?
I'll take up the rear this time.
All right. Actually, Aaron will hang back with you because
Cool.
I believe he is
Yeah, still hanging around.
still hanging around. Yeah, you guys didn't let him go. All right. So as you exit the mansion, looking out the archway, there is a singular stone bridge. Is that it's about probably 150 feet long, and you can see some of like the inside like walls of that like the real walls, not the made walls of this mountain off in the distance. And you can see this bridge connects to one of the main support pillars that run as far down as you can see and up into the bottom of the city.
What's the quality of this bridge in front of us?
I mean, it's sturdy. Your first view of it, it could use some repair. It looks like it hasn't been maintained for a while, but it's not. The integrity is still there.
We keep referring to this underground city. Would I have any idea of what it might be named?
Yes, it was Brazendun. Dul.
You wanna spell that for me real slow like?
BRAZZ. I fucking don't remember how I spelled it, Jeff. Let me go to my notes and. Fuck.
There's a U with an umlaut.
Yeah, and it's like
Hey,
Braz
that's good
and
enough.
Yeah, Brezendul.
Resin Duel.
Brazzandul. That's what we'll say. Brezendul. And it is it's like Age of Arcanum pre, like it fell in the Age of Arcanum. And actually with your knowledge, it is like dates back to the likes of Aor and the beginning. This is one of the, if not the first dwarven empire on Wildmount. So you guys start walking across. Couple minutes. You make it over into this center pillar.
I'd like to keep an eye out for traps.
Yeah, I was actually gonna say the same thing. I'll play Connell like he never fucking plays Connell.
Oh, I was gonna say, if you're playing Connell, man, that's
Oh,
why I
damn,
said
dude.
for traps. I was gonna be like, Connell won't do it, so
No. This is Connell, who's someone who's
And I will-
anxious
I will-
about killing the party.
if allowed, I will assist Connell in looking for traps.
Sure, go ahead. Roll an
Oh, help too.
Go ahead.
Investigation?
Investigation or perception, whatever you choose. I think for this scenario, both are possibilities.
I don't remember. Does he get reliable talent on?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Cool. So I love reliable talent. That's a 21.
A 21.
What was that, like a 3?
It was a 2.
2?
the paladin curse crosses characters. This is gonna be my
yes.
night. All right. So like as you're walking over, it descends down into black on both sides of this bridge, and I would say probably most of you don't get too close to the edge because there's not like a fence or anything. This is just a stone bridge that arches up and then comes down. Connell, as you get to the doorway, you start like looking, and you don't see anything. Not anything that could potentially hurt you in a trap way. What you do find is 3 doorways out of this center pillar. You enter from one. There is another one that is to your right. That is a stairway that kind of arches up. And without going up anymore, you lose visual of where that goes. And then there is one to your left that has a boulder in front of it with like a couple pieces of dry rotted lumber. And Connell, you go up and you like pick up this thick piece of probably more like a thin piece of leather, just because it would hold up better than paper down here. And you like blow it off and brush it off a little bit, and it just says "keep out." And you look past, and you don't see any traps, but you get just a waft of even mustier, earthy air. And as you look over the boulder, it descends down and to the left. The rest of you can walk your way across the bridge and kind of meet up at this center point. Essentially, you've gone from one pillar to another at this moment.
Nemo, what does your dwarven self tell you about these 2 choices?
I mean, the choices again, real quick. It says down and to the left.
Down to the left or up and to the right?
Way down, lad. We're going down.
How heavy was that boulder in front of the other one?
Huge.
I bet Tushar could lift it.
I bet Alton can make it a bit lighter.
Yeah, probably could.
I would
Think
say
anyone should- I wonder if Darkspear could lift it. If Tushar couldn't.
You getting the whole contest
Ooh.
again?
A contest of strength.
I was going to say, so we all agreed just to see if we could move it first.
Yes.
Yes. Let's see
And
if
then,
they can
and then
move
we
it
and then we and then we go down, right? Yeah.
This seems like a wonderful use of our resources.
Absolutely.
Well, I mean, honestly, it's a door. Doors were made to be opened.
Connell's gonna
And money
say.
is back there. What if we go all the way down?
Connell's gonna
And
say,
then
and they
it's
put
right
a
in that
welcome
room.
message on it.
So is the boulder
is that the room
blocking
that
the
said do not
door?
go in?
Yes.
You know what else
yes,
is
we should go
totally
in
his
there.
bottle, though?
yeah, it
We
is.
should
It is.
go
I
go
mean, Connell, Alton, and Marlowe could probably get through like the sides or the top. Tushar, definitely not. Nemo, definitely not. Just because dwarves are fucking thick. And Dorspira, I would say, even though you don't don the armor that you did in the beginning,
Yeah.
you've grown, you know, and this is still, you know, you're not a double jointed monkey like Connell is. You know, just
I'm fighting the inner urge to just pull Connell and just disappear behind this rock. But I feel like inherently he would just do it.
yeah.
He would have already done it by now.
I know, but I have a literal message
Just do
from
it,
him
yeah.
20 minutes ago that says Connell can fit.
Group vote.
I'm really
That track. It sounds like a very Connell thing.
Yeah, he's going behind the rock.
Hey, has anyone seen Connell?
I probably didn't notice.
Alright, so
I mean, I-
So
I don't notice.
So Tushar walks up to the boulder,
Okay.
kind of does this and lights up a rune on his hand, but he doesn't get bigger by choice. He just kind of, I can do that. I can either get bigger and stronger, or just get stronger. So, that's a.
Can I use my reaction to enhance density?
Okay.
It'll just boost your strength. You get advantage on whatever you're doing if it's a strength based.
I already have advantage, but thank you very much.
Wow.
It's a 29 to
29? Yeah.
remove it.
It's like too sharp. You get down and you find like a good grab point
It's
in
like
a corner.
strongman lifting.
Yeah, and as you like just before you put your legs into it, your runes start to glow. And you don't pick it up, but you like flip it. You know how like you can flip a large object using the
Yeah.
pivot points. That's what you do. You like pick it up and then flip it over. You know, Marlo kind of ducks under the rock before you let it down, and it completely shifts. However, like before you drop it, Nemo or Dorspira need to make their way because it will take up half of the standing room inside of the chamber that you are in.
I will step out of the way and mumble show off in Elvish so no one else can hear my disdain for this.
All right. So, and then I assume you get back into the marching order from the mansion.
Yeah, I just like to imagine Connell is just sharpening a dagger behind the rock, being really an asshole, saying, "What the fuck took you guys so long?"
This is alright.
Yeah. As soon as you guys all get on the opposite side of this doorway, the air grows a bit colder. and it is damp, and immediately like it's dark, except as you like look down it and kind of shift your, like, that 30 seconds that it takes for your eyes to get accustomed to the lighting around you. Marlo, you're the first one to pick out these deep orange, reddish brown, like floating bulbs, but they're not floating in the air. You track them like going through the vines and going down into this, which lets you see a little bit further in. This looks, Nemo, now that you get in here and in this moment, like a collapsed mine tunnel. Just the way that it is not perfectly maintained or structured, like this immediately kind of gives you a little bit of a chill, because you've heard stories, not that you've ever experienced or been interested in doing this, but I need Nemo and Connell to give me a perception check as you start to lead the way down.
Team.
24.
What was yours, Nemo?
15.
15? Okay.
5.
Also, dexterity stealth checks. It's not for stealth, but it's a dexterity check as you just go down. I'm gonna see.
Okay, so wait, no, this actually is important to me. Is it a dexterity check or is it a stealth check? Because if it's a stealth check, I have disadvantage. Which is fine.
It's not a stealth check. This is
Doesn't
more
matter.
of like the ruins and single file and not getting too bunched up and just keeping your paces.
What did my leg do? Do you remember? I know I got +5 on my speed. Was there anything else with dex checks? I don't think so. All right. Anyways, I got a 4.
15.
Okay. 2 sharp. Dex check. Alton. Marlo.
Well,
Check or a save?
Check.
That's a natural 20 for Dorspira, by the way. Because this makes so much sense.
It's a 5 for Marlo.
An 11.
Yeah. It's like you're still wiping the morning wax out of your eyes, except for Dorspira. For whatever reason, he is on point. He's alert. Your travel is slowed for this, and actually, what it is just trying to get through the thick rubble and stone and these vines that are going in just slows you down almost to a crawl. If I could make you roll give you a frustration point, that's kind of where you would be starting off the morning after a long rest. You guys think you would be ready to take the world, and maybe some doubts are entering your mind. That's until you finally make it to this one landing spot where you can see like part of the right wall is caved in, and like the rubble rolls down into half of this room. The path continues straight forward, but you do notice Nemo and Connell as you enter this. 3 sets of feet crushed under this stone and Connell. It's like it's probably been decades before someone was down here, right? Why is that blade so shiny? As you look down, and by one of the feet, you can see just the tip of a sword, and it doesn't look like dust has touched it.
The
Yeah.
bodies, how old do they look?
Like,
The
they go down.
corpses.
Yeah, I mean, well, well past any, like, it doesn't smell like dead body. I mean, actually, Nemo is like, you kneel down to, like, kind of get closer to inspect and see the age of this. You look to the right, like, you go to the middle set, and there's still boots on them, but, like the, not where, like, kind of like socks would be, you can see bone. And you look over to the right, to the one on the right, and you can see more of it, and you can see both of the what is it, like the tibia and the fibula of the leg bones split there with no mass meat on it. And then you look to the rock that's to the left of, like kind of over it. It's not a rock. It looks like a rock, but it's not a rock.
It looks like
It looks like a rock.
see a little rock on the ground.
Yeah, you see, like, there are rocks, all like stone, all around this. But actually,
just looking
as
for, like,
you
a
like
loose
get
stone.
up and you start looking around, it looks like almost like two boulders on top of each other with arms and legs. As you like step back and look at it, and it actually looks like when you once like you start looking at this and disseminating what is dwarven stone and what isn't, it looks like whatever this is standing over whatever was underneath it, like it was protecting it, but it is in a just still mode right there. If you would like to do any more investigation or looking, we can roll.
Do so.
Yeah.
I'd like to cast Detect Magic.
I was gonna ask if someone could cast Detect Magic, or Connell has it on Ritual, but I don't know if anyone wanted to stay for 10 minutes.
I think I can just cast it. Double check that I prepared it.
Well, in the meantime, I'll do an investigation check as Connell.
I also could do it ritually, and I'd like to.
Oh, I can do it
Okay,
ritually,
so-
but it'd be 10 minutes.
I could probably do it faster than Connell ritually. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I said, I
19.
love the idea. I love the idea that Brightbeard sees this giant stone statue, and it's immediately like dwarvish math. Like, okay, I've seen this rock before. Like, and he's just like analyzing this fucking rock stone monster.
It's a beautiful stone mind.
So, what's your investigation?
19.
19? Okay. Who's casting Detect Magic? Are we doing a ritual?
I'm not really doing it.
Okay.
And you know it's a joke. Like, no one can cast faster ritually just because they said so.
But we were fine with you.
Thank you.
We believed you.
I love you
Alton,
guys.
I mean, sorry, Connell will have to do it ritually because I don't have it prepared.
Okay, so after the investigation check, I guess I will ritually cast Detect Magic.
Okay.
In that case, I'll attempt to ritually cast it faster than Connell.
Okay. You guys end at the same exact time. No,
What? No rolling?
But Connell, your eyes, your first ping is that sword.
Mm.
Alton, your first ping is what Nemo is looking at. Hold on. No, detect magic does it give you school?
It gives school. I
Yes.
think.
Okay, hold on.
And you can be vague-ish, like I like to leave it to the DM to
I would
discretion.
say that Alton, you feel an enchantment. Let's see here. I would say that Connell gets more evocation and enchantment because he's looking at the sword. Alton, the other thing that, like, as you get the ping and you look up at Nemo, and Nemo's not taking up the whole visual of the size of this thing. Now that you've detected it, it stands almost 8 feet tall. And this is one of those, like, this can't be true moments for you. This looks like an Aeorian automaton of some sort. Like, immediately, as soon as you get the enchantment, like, as soon as you pick up the magic, you're hit with, like, this old taste in your mouth of, like, just plainness, like wheat and barley back in the day, like
Is there any sense that I believe it might still be active?
I don't think you could pick up anything else. Well, I would say
That's fair. That's fair.
because
I'm pushing my luck.
because you pick up magic, there's a possibility, but it seems like whatever this is, it is dormant now. Is there ways you can activate it? I don't know. You tell me.
Does the sword look like it'd be easily pulled out from
Not
under?
currently. It's like piled at the bottom of this, and it's like 5 or 6 feet from where Nemo and Alton are now standing.
As Nemo stares at this thing, and the moment he realizes it's dormant, I want to turn back to the dead bodies that we saw.
Okay. It's only like below kneecap.
Yeah, I wanted to look around and see if there was a head anywhere.
No. I want you to think of it like their bodies are underneath this.
Yeah. Okay, I knew I was pushing my luck on that, so it's fine.
Except for the one that this being is standing over. You can't see it. There is a body like between his legs, but it's still got rocks on the side and stuff.
Yeah. I'd like, in that case, if I forgot about that body, I'd like to go towards that.
Okay.
Body.
Start moving rocks and
Yeah. I want to get to that body. I want to see if there's a head connected to the body, if it has a mouth.
Would it help if I applied some move earth as well?
Yeah, probably.
Why it wouldn't hurt, lad?
Well, in that case, I'll stay above the hole. Of course, I don't want to get my trousers dirty. That's why I wear long robes to cover them. And I'll stick my staff into the earth and begin to help dig.
All right. And what's that do?
I think it's quite a
5
bit.
feet. Do you move earth?
Yeah.
It's like what, 5 feet of dirt, stone, whatever
Oh, fuck me. Hey, you know what? I gotta eat a bag of dicks. I don't have it prepared today.
That's fine.
I literally
Alright.
dropped it. Oh, I'm
Um,
so sorry. I love you all.
it takes like probably the first 5 minutes, Nemo. You're just moving rocks by yourself, unless there's fucking moving them.
I'd like to think that like Alton is still like standing over there trying
Trying
to
to-
conjure.
Okay. Uh, at the 10-minute mark, you get to the point where you see this kind of like half crushed in, square jawed skull of a dwarven man.
Is the skull attached or is it separate?
It's attached. They're not meant to be dismembered or anything. It's more, especially under this guy, because like by the time you get to where his head is, you're kind of leaning underneath this thing that has a magical essence to it. His armor's actually, outside of being dusty, pretty well preserved, and
Understood.
all of the adornments are old. Like, dwarves live on heritage, right? Like on their fathers. Everything is built off of the name. And while you may not know this guy's name, as you see him, you can tell that he is of one of long royal descent.
The tattoos of the Storm Lord and various deities begin to glow in my hand, and I won't put my hand on top of the skull, like
Okay.
right here. I will cast Speak with Dead.
All right. That gives you 5 questions.
5.
Alrighty. Little dust, and like the head shifts up real quick, like where instinctually you back up, and you can see the square jawed skeleton like rise up a little bit, proud.
I'm gonna take a guess, and I'm gonna speak these questions in Dwarvish.
Okay.
Look at the skull and say, "Hey, what house ye be from?"
The House of Stonebeard. Who's asking?
What is this manner of construct above you?
It's just Boop Bot.
What?
He's harmless unless you get in his way.
What was the name again, Andy?
Boop Bot.
We're seeking a ship that can travel to the stars land. Where be it?
Where we couldn't get. Continue the tunnel.
Into the tunnel?
Yeah.
If I look over, can I see the tunnel that he is referring to?
Yeah,
Possibly.
but the probably now that he points it out, you see past like just above where Connell. You now see Connell like moving some stones around this sword and seeing if he can slide it out. And he's being slick, but this is just your passive. Really, beyond that, you can see another opening, but it is like, you can see why you didn't pick it up when you came in. It's almost fully covered from this rock slide.
If it was where you could not get, who created it?
Well, it was before our time. The creator was not a name. That's why we were trying to clear these tunnels out to get to where it is and investigate. You see him like, look, he can't see anything in this room, but rid the glow.
All right, lads, so we're shit out of luck here. He doesn't know anything. But we're going down this tunnel. And I'm walking towards everyone.
Before we do that, Andy, does the sword remind Connell in any way of the rogue legendary sword that he has?
Oh.
Is Mike feeding you info?
He would never ever
Is
help
he
me out on
feeding
this.
you info?
Like, enjoy your freaking concert, man.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. I would say if he in this 4 or 5 minutes that Nemo's been doing this, Connell has made enough of a marking, like pulling the lower rocks and stuff, to get deep enough on this sword, maybe 6 inches or so, where he can pull out his half broken, and it doesn't line up like Aragon's at that moment in Rivendell, but it's definitely of the same maker.
Gonna have a hard time not wanting to get that sword, so.
All right. Go ahead and give me give me a dexterity or athletics or acrobatics. I would probably say for Connell it would most likely be more of using his intelligence and his dexterity to find leverage points and wiggle points to break this free.
That'll be a dirty 20.
Dirty 20? Okay. Just before Nemo gets up and starts to make his speech about going to this doorway that none of you really see, it's like ping, and you get about 11 inches of a blade broken.
Before Nemo, after Nemo goes up, Nemo is gonna go, oh shit, that was only 4. And I'm gonna turn around.
Now the guy's
walk
gonna
back
be.
to the corpse.
Yeah, he's still sitting up
Yeah,
there.
it's 10 minutes. It's 10 minutes long.
All right. I know where the tunnel is. You don't know what the fuck's in there. I know your name. I know things. But fifth question. I always hate this part. Where be your greatest treasure in the city?
I have an answer for this. Give me 1 second.
Fuck yeah.
Top 5 Nemo pirate moments right there.
Not often do I get to play into Nemo's greediness and piratyness.
Yeah. Hold on.
But I figured a free question, yes.
Okay.
Almost not a good.
I'm gonna just give you a basic name for it.
Sure.
Just because I don't have anything really cool made up for the name, but the building is of the Rune Keeper's Hold.
Yes.
So, and I mean, you saw the large building. You know of the rune crafters. Um, so you kind of know where it is. It's way back up top though.
Yeah. All right. As I go back up, I will pat Connell on the shoulder and say, "Hi. If we live to see this day again, we're gonna take a trip."
Just gonna say with lots of rum.
So you guys get ready to go to the next door, but you can't get into it. It's gonna take all of you probably a solid half an hour to move the stones to get in that way, because instead of it just being one stone, it's like thousands of stones that have caved in, and you can
How
see,
thick do we think it is?
Yeah, I was about to ask that same question.
probably
So is I.
3 or 4 feet at the thickest point.
Would I be able to stone shape?
And what's that
See,
do?
that's not what I was thinking of.
Give me 1 second here. I touch a stone object of medium size or smaller, section no more than 5 feet in any dimension, and shape it in a way that suits my purpose. And my purpose would be passage.
My thing doesn't do anything useful.
Yeah, you make small passage through a wall as long as the wall is less than 5 feet thick.
Yeah, so you spend very little time doing this before Marlowe just starts to manipulate the fabric of time, and the dwarven stones revert and shrink into what is this somewhat large hobbit circle, which leads you to or a halfling circle. Sorry, my apologies. No copyright infringements here.
And just a point of emphasis, I'm going to be casting that through the Ring of Earth Elemental command, which I had recently attuned to. I've had this all campaign, and this is the first time I've used this thing.
I love it. There's so much magic items. You're like, I don't know what to do.
So you guys can file through that, which leads you to another series of just roughly hewn tunnel mine, like mine tunnels. It leads you down and down, and hold on, let me get my notes back up here. You guys navigate through this treacherous maze of fallen rocks, with the fallen party behind you now. Connell, a little bit heavier. Nemo, nothing before you leave. You doing anything with the Aeorian magic, Alton? Are you leaving it there?
I have the strangest feeling that if I attempt to fuck with this, it's going to backfire, and I will potentially endanger all of you and require your help while we destroy what was once a beautiful, antique, prototypical form of magic.
Or you could choose chaos.
I thought he was just gonna go, and I do it.
So, I mean, I left it open. I don't want to be the dictator here. We can have
I
a
mean,
vote.
as both Dorspira and Kana, we say choose chaos, but you know,
I'm going through the whole mall.
What you doing, bub?
I really want to pass it. I really want to go past it, but I know it like will offend my friends.
If you don't want to do it, don't do it.
Well, I suppose we'll poke it.
Okay.
Magically, of course.
This isn't gonna go great.
Yeah, what do I even have to like fuck with this guy? Like, what am I really gonna? What am I doing?
Don't don't do it. Just
At
know
that bombshell.
Let's.
Oh, he's
just,
doing it.
let's
Actually, Alton, how about this? Before you go doing things that you're unsure of doing, let's do some
I don't wanna
things that
do it.
you are sure of. If you want to mess with this, first give me an investigation or history
Alright.
check.
that is. Now we're talking, folks.
Safeway and let my
Come
dogs.
on.
Yeah, could we take a 10-minute or something?
Yeah. I was gonna get here. I want to get through. Shoot, you want to get through this, or you want to come back to
Hold on.
this? Because I want to do this. If you guys
29
want to do
investigation.
29 investigation.
Nice.
Okay. With that, well, you have very little experience with automatons. You have read enough books. Well, it takes you an extra couple seconds to find the power source, the switch, the safety switch that this machine is currently sitting in. You flick it, and it lights up with this dim blue light. Stands up like the rocks are falling off that have been been on it for centuries. Turns around to you, Alton. Master. And it puts this finger on its hand out to you. And like almost like an awkward handshake. And it goes past your hand and it goes right to your nose. And he goes, boop. Ironside. At your service. And like kind of takes a step around to your back, and you now have possession of iron. Oh, hold on. His name is
Igneous.
His name is
Or Ignatius.
His name is Ironsides the Demolisher, and his nickname is Boop Bot because he boops
Boop-bot.
you. He boops you in the nose. Boop. And here I will get you his abilities on break. And we will go ahead and we'll take a break. We'll be back. Boop boop.
Always choose chaos, Jeff.
Always choose.
Oh,
It was actually
Worked
really.
out.
That was And we're back.
I'm back. I'm out of place.
All right. So, you guys have about 6 hours have passed in this dissension. You are in a tunnel. You now have control of Ironsides or Boop Bot, whatever you choose to call him. He will respond to anything. One thing you do need to know about him, Jeffrey, because you are his master now. He rolls his own initiative. So, and that's if you want to include him in anything. But he is following you. So, you get back in formation. Dorspira, this automaton just steps right fucking in front of you. Doesn't pay any attention, and he tanks up Alton's flank like that freshman jock trying out for varsity. Like he just fucking. That's the only reference I can pull from.
Whatever string of elvish curses that Connell has taught Dorspira over the year or two that they've known each other, you just hear come out of his mouth. He's not having a good day.
Alright, so we'll say good old Ironsides is now in the middle. Nemo Connell, another round of perception checks, please, as you continue on this next path.
22.
Yeah, let me just say, if reliable talent wasn't a thing, Mike would be dead and very upset with me. With that said, it was a 21.
Jesus.
Yep. He's kind of riding Nemo's coattails now. Like Connell, you see, like Marlo, you see Connell's reactions like are a quarter second slower than Nemo's reactions on this part of the adventure. He's just like pointing out stuff that Nemo's about to point out, which isn't much because most of it is just descending down, and it's slow. You're taking your time. Probably just over halfway through this, so maybe another hour and a half into this. The energy that's flowing through these vines is getting like not necessarily stronger, but brighter, and a little bit more prevalent, faster. It's like in the beginning, it was just like one, every 10 seconds. Now it's like 5 in a step, and it just keeps going until you all make it down. And Nemo, you're the first to like stop at this entry, like that. Or it wouldn't be an entry; it'd be an exit from this tunnel. And the tunnel walls kind of cave out, like curl around, and there is a broken stone bridge that leads to another entry way. This one rougher, and you can see just 3 or 4 glowing orbs of that burnt orange, reddish brown kind of color. You also, as you guys follow to the end of this, see the other side of this, the walls go up, and they don't connect with these walls, almost like a break in the mountain. That's, I think that's good, right? Anything else you would like to see? No.
Marlo, I apologize if you've done it already. We've determined that glow within the vines there, that is the same type of energy that we dealt with those pieces of Ludus? Or am I mistaken?
I don't know if we clarified if the glowing vines were different than the actual vines.
The glow is coming from the actual vines.
Okay.
And the actual vines, I'm sorry if I wasn't. I should have been a little bit more clear.
That might have been me missing that.
Yeah.
When you got that when you were in the mansion, and that's kind of what I wanted to emphasize that now. Like, hey, you go in a fucking dwarven mining cave, and there's not normally vines.
Yeah.
But there are, and they may appear to vines for my wording, but it's more like vessels or veins as you get down, and it's beating faster and faster.
Body horror shit. Gross. Are we close? You said there's one across the way. All right, everyone. Shall we get on the carpet then? Across the bridge.
I don't know if some of us are gonna. I don't think all of us are gonna fit on the carpet.
I can make multiple trips.
To save space, I will fly.
Right.
Yeah.
You can make 2 trips if it's easier.
Yeah.
But,
here's the thing. Unfortunately, and I didn't think about this. Poor planning for a session. The automaton I don't think it can be lifted up by your carpet.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. I'll touch the automaton and just dimension door him over.
Dimension door has to be your own size. Can you
How
go
big
up?
is this guy?
He's large.
Okay, give me a second. Let me just double check.
Yeah, let me see, because I might be able to arcane gate. I just don't know how big it is.
This would have been the
No,
perfect.
okay.
Alton, don't you have a floating disc?
How much does he weigh?
Does it say in the info that I gave you? I thought he.
No, that's an object. So hold on.
Hold
Yeah,
on.
it's my size or small. It's my size or smaller. So he's a large creature.
Right? I think. Yeah, he's a large.
Yep. Okay. So
Okay, I got it.
I can't do that.
What if I reduce him?
What would you reduce? Cuts him in half.
Yeah, enlarge, reduce.
So I will say he's probably 800 pounds. So that would knock him down to 4. Or you mean reduce him in size?
Reduce him in size.
Then he could definitely go over.
All right then. There we
All
are.
right. Give me a sec. Let me figure out what level that is.
While we're doing this, can Marlo cast Pass Without a Trace?
Sure thing. And actually, it's probably a really good point. Why don't you guys all go ahead and roll stealth checks, please?
Pass without trace is +10.
Yep.
18. Oh wait, disadvantage! Yay! Ooh, cool. 18.
I went to 1 for Marlo.
21 for Marlo. Okay. 18.
21 here as well. Am I muted?
21.
No.
You're
Good.
muted.
Nemo was at 18. Connell?
39.
39. All right. Dorspira?
13.
13 with a +10?
Yeah, guys, it's just not.
Okay.
With a +10, I've got a 30.
A 30. Wow.
So I
that
rolled a
helps.
dirty 20.
Irene, that's 9 plus 4. So
Who's rolling?
13.
Who's rolling
23.
Ironsides?
Yeah.
That's a Jeffrey.
Oh, do I have to?
No.
You are master.
Yeah,
Alright,
but
master.
it doesn't
I
feel
got you. I
right.
got you. What are we rolling?
Initiative.
Dex.
Dex.
Stealth. So
Stealth.
Dex.
Yeah.
He got 10.
10. So a 20. It's not bad.
Yeah, 20 with path without straight. Sorry.
Yeah. All right.
Uh,
All right.
And
That-
large reduce is only second level, so I'm gonna reduce him for a second level slot.
All right.
Yeah.
And Nemo, that gives you the opportunity to bring him over via dimension door, or you can. What's
I'll
the
use
weight
the
on the
carpet.
magic? What's the weight on the carpet? You guys got that up?
Isn't that like 1,500 or something?
Is it that
I'm
much?
looking right now. It is a good amount, but I'm looking right now. Are you carpet? No, it's heavy. There you go. It can carry 1,200 pounds.
That
Oh,
was close.
well then I guess you don't have to reduce him if you don't want to waste the spell. Then,
Well, if
because...
I'm carrying over 600 pounds, we're reduced by 20 feet. Our speed is 20 feet.
Okay, but I mean, all right. So your average stealth is over 22. All right, so you guys can approach this how you choose. As you're gonna use the carpet, or you're gonna use spells.
I say a combination of both. He
No,
could be,
I still think we should reduce him and get us over there faster.
yeah, and
we're
I
still
like
gonna
the
hit that
idea of
limit.
even if it doesn't mechanically do anything. Now he's like our size, and I feel like that helps him sneak with us while we're passing without a trace. You know, I
Yeah.
feel like that just fits the narrative.
100% agree.
He's a standard 5'9" tall now.
Yeah.
Um,
The
He's an
size
itty
of
bitty
every real normal male, Tim.
Yeah.
Itty bitty boop.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You guys make it across. There is, like, a spot to land and step off on this side of the bridge before you go to the entryway for the next room. You guys do when you as you come over the vines like you look back to the bridge from a different perspective and you can see that the vines don't make like they cross the bridge almost like railroad ties, you know, or the metal parts of railroad without the wood parts. And they like connect and fan out when they hit the entryway. Like the whole entryway was stone, but now has these vessels on it.
When I land, I'd like to light a torch. My flint.
Okay. You have one in your bag, I'm assuming, right?
I
Sure you
I should check, I guess.
I'm sure. Someone has a torch.
I imagine we can produce fire within this group.
I mean, yeah. I mean, if not, I have a candle. I also have 10 sticks of dynamite, but that's besides the point. Saving that for later.
Marlo sparks her finger and gives Nemo a light.
Sure. I just want to bring the torch to one of the vines to see if there is any kind of.
Yeah, it retracts from it like your kind of medical procedures that you've done to extract the shards.
Dealing with a similar type of magic.
As we're descending, is it getting like thicker and thicker? Like, does it seem like we're getting to the heart of something? Like,
Very,
Okay.
very much. Not necessarily. You don't know what it is, but the traffic from this, like you guys have descended through one section of the possibilities of getting to this point. As you get closer and now are at this entryway, it wraps around more than just from the way you came. Like the whole wall, you know, the whole structure. You can see just these pulses of that burnt orange flowing through it. But you are at the doorway. What would you like to do?
There's something. It's a doorway. There's not a door blocking it.
Nope, it is open, and it's not formed like any dwarven thing. This is like something that was either just carved out and then construction was stopped, or of a natural form. That's kind of the feel of it.
I will head up front and start walking in, keeping my eyes peeled.
All right. So, as soon as you turn the corner, you can see 3 separate fallen structures, like half-built structures. Each of those have this glow in them, and you can see the pulses through these vessels running through, and as you peek in here, being the first one, it's massive, like hundreds of feet up, deep and wide. Give me a perception check.
21.
21. As you're scanning this, you notice the 3 structures and the orange glows. But off to the back left, following these pulses, these little beads of light, off to the back left, the resemblance of a ship lays in the corner. Right next to that, you see this creature, tall,
You guys all
with
begin
these-
to hear like a wet smacking sound. Sounds familiar, like something you might have heard before.
these tendrils just whipping around, and it's moving something around where the ship is. It's a huge creature, bigger
How
than
far
you.
away is it?
Oh, probably 150 feet from you.
150 feet?
Yeah. But the rest, like, it feels like you should be seeing more. So I wouldn't say that you do not have caution,
Ship
because you
Or more
should.
of the monster?
Well, you see the outline of what you think the ship is. This is the end of this tunnel. So,
Yeah.
you had the path.
Yep.
But I think that you would have a bit more, that there's something that you're not seeing. Like that gut instinct feeling with your perception check, because I think perception checks should also be used as gut checks. So
I have a potion that I want to take, I think. I reach in my bag and pull out that potion. So I can't really remember. I have a potion of, it says telekinesis, but it also blocks thoughts for 1 minute.
yes, yeah,
I'll down that.
okay. Anything else? Any preparations that you guys, the rest of you are making? Let's see here. Let me move some stuff around. Give you.
I suppose I'll grab a few stones off the ground if there are any.
Okay. Yeah. Totally.
Then I'm going to toss them up around my staff
Hey.
and just get a good orbital rotation. And I'm going to prep them for Melf's minute meteors.
Alrighty. Are you guys all gonna enter this room. Hey? Or is it just Nemo?
Sorry.
What's
what was
happening?
that?
Kyle's gonna go.
I think we all go.
Okay,
We're
right.
going there.
here we go. I'm gonna bring this around then. Hold on a second. Let me.
Still being sneaky. Still passing without trace.
Yep, you are stealthy at the moment. Apologies for the stream and my camera because it's fucking tangled. Really pushing my blood pressure right now.
For more behind the scenes, check out our Patreon.
Like literally behind.
But I can't remember if that potion does anything else other than block my mind. But I wrote telekinesis for some reason, not telepathy.
That is curious.
Yeah, but it did. But I have a little in brackets. 1 minute protects your thoughts from outside people.
Okay. So we got Nemo, Connell, Alton, Marlowe's up here, Dorspira, Arian, and Tushar, fully winged.
Boop.
And Boop is going to be this. I didn't, I didn't print a good Boop. Mini.
Is that foreshadowing? Because it looks
I
like a
fa-
grave.
Yeah, it does. Maybe it could be. And if you look back here is where you see the ship. And you see a large creature back there. What's all of your passive perceptions?
14. Nope. 19.
19?
15.
Okay.
21 Connell, 14 Dorspira.
All right.
15 here as well.
Tushar is a 13 with no dark vision.
Yeah. So, it is. I wish I had tea lights so I could put them in there, but I'll have them for next session. But you see, here we'll use these.
Do I have time to
Back
cast
here?
a spell?
You see an orb over here. You see an orb, and back there you see an orb, and all of the vessels are wrapping around the cave walls and ceiling and coming down and feeding in to these three things. Before you get to your spell, Nemo,
Yeah, go
with the
ahead,
passive perception that you and Connell have, you feel a vibration to the right. So that would be opposite of the ship. That may be left to you. It's right to me. So like over this way. You just like you hear it and you feel it and like you look around and then that's when you realize that it's in your mind. And it's just this like screeching sound that is starting to enter your thoughts. Like the background noise of a highway when you're sitting in your yard.
Does the potion I took stop that?
No, this is not like entering your
Okay.
mind or anything.
Okay,
This
okay,
is,
okay. Just a
this is-
descriptive thing. Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
What time? It's 11:06. What would you guys like to do right now?
I know what you're about to say. How fucking big is this?
How big is this? This room?
Yeah. No, I mean, like,
How long are we committing ourselves to?
Yeah. Oh, we're not getting into combat tonight.
Okay.
But if you have something that you want to do while you're sitting in here, because nothing has happened yet.
I want to cast Aura of Vitality.
Okay.
It's a 30-foot radius. Until the spell ends, the aura moves with me, and I can use a bonus action to cause one creature in the aura, including myself, to get 2d6 HP.
All right. So Aura of Vitality is up for Nemo. That's your action.
But just to
Right.
be clear, I'm within that aura.
Currently, everybody is in that aura because you guys kind of all went through the doorway and are still packed. That's why I'm giving you the
So
opportunity.
I feel an increased sense of vitality.
Your Viagra.
Excellent.
Anybody else? Yeah, I'm gonna move my Dungeon Master side off. Hey, Nemo, actually here, let's do this. I'm gonna run down, starting with Nemo, going in Twitch order. Nemo, you cast Aura of Vitality. You're currently right here. Would you like to move anywhere for this action?
No.
You're gonna stay right there.
I can't. I did it so that everyone would be in a 30-foot radius of me, so I'm gonna keep it.
All right, Marlo.
Marlo is not going to do anything. She is prepped and ready to go.
Okay, Alton. You're good?
I'm all set. I already have Melf's minute meteors
Okay.
basically ready to fire up. I haven't lit them yet. If you
Alright.
know what I'm saying.
Tushar?
Tushar's just gonna get loose and get ready to, like, you know.
Okay. Dorspira?
Nope. Just gonna sit there and wait.
All right, and anything from Connell?
No. Nothing for him
Okay.
either.
Nemo just
So-
wants to look quietly at the group and say, "Hey, Stonebeard, you said we needed to get rid of the glow. I think that'd be them." I'll point to the glowing areas.
Orbs, yep.
Orbs.
And as you point over, you go to the one on the right, and you go to the two over here. Through the walls, just a shake, and one guy burrows through here. Another one burrows above. Actually, here, let me get one of these because I got him now. Let's see if I can balance that. Two horrifying. Oh, you guys can't even see him. What lame. Hold on. Let me see if I can move my camera.
hold one up real close to the camera.
Yeah, here. Here. How about I'll bring it into light. I'll put it up here because it doesn't matter. You guys see two creatures fly out with two series of teeth that are just kind of rotating. The neon colors resemble the suits of the guys that you fought up on top. Their wings stretch out, and in your mind you all hear this screech as they break through, and the cavern just echoes with it. And we'll go ahead and end tonight's session there, and I'll get my lighting better set up for the battle scene next time, so you can actually see the scene, because it's fucking dark.
GG.
All right, we have Arcanus this weekend, and we are back next Tuesday with Son of Shadows.
Yeah.
So, fucking
Yeah.
A,
Good
man.
stuff. Good stuff.
Back in the swing of it. I like it.
How will they know if we're gonna, like, if they wanted to watch?
Oh, well, that's not my thing.
Well, so
Subscribe,
if
right?
you're new to stream, make sure you like and subscribe wherever you can find us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, even TikTok for some of us here, and on Twitch.
See?
All that stuff.
Coming soon to Threads.
Oh shit.
Hit the notification bell so you get that noti on your phone when we're live.
You just got mic'd.
Bitch.
Mike. Fuck yeah.
Mike
Yeah! You got mic'd.
Mike
You got
Solo.
mic'd. Oh.
The singularity.
All right.
Singular.
Well, that was good. We're down there. Hey,
I love
oh,
y'all.
by the way, you want to see your ship
You want to see my
that
shit?
you're fighting for?
Oh,
Oh, nice.
Oh, fuck yeah.
That looks like
Brendan?
the Thor ship from Love and Thunder.
It does.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now. I'm just gonna have to tell Connell where that treasure is, because if we go up into space, Nemo's not coming back.
Space
No, that
pirate.
make- that
Like,
makes
he's
sense.
gonna do that whole like I drop you all off and go, all right, see you later, guys, and go
That's
and
gonna
get
be
to
our
this
spell
ship.
and the
and, like,
one shot is like
Mhm.
is gonna be Noctua in space.
In space.
Ooh, actually,
But-
I called
Then
dibs.
Alton will be dead, so you'll carry around his brain in a jar.
I called dibs, and I call dibs. I make Andy make a character, and Nemo is your NPC quest giver.
I love this idea already.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Goes
I
under the
already got it.
pseudonym Ziggy Stardust.
Hell yeah.
All right, we love you all, and
Yep.
we'll see you on the other side.
Saturday.